Hello friends, let's understand what is the difference between varlet and const variables in JavaScript. So I have these lines of codes where I have defined var x is equal to 5, then I am consoling out x. I do have function print which is declared with function keyword. Inside functions I am defining x variable again with value 10 and consoling out, and then I am consoling out the x again at line number 9. So let me call this print function, okay, at line number 8, and let's clear the screen and let's see what happens. So it is printing 5, 10, and 5. So 5 is printed for this line number 2, which is expected. Then we are calling print functions. So print function has its own copy of x with value 10 initialized, and it is consoling out the 10 at line number 6, and then we are consoling out x again at line number 9, but this x refers to the x within the global execution context. Okay, this x belongs to the function execution context, and once we call and get out of this print function, then we are printing x, which refers to the global execution context. So this is expected. So x, which is a var variable, it has a global scope. Okay, so what if I define x again, declare it here with value 15, and I just console it out. Let's see what happens actually, whether it is allowed or not. Let's run the program. So it is allowed, so 15 is printed for line number 9. Okay, what if I declare var variable as let, and let's see what happens. So I will run the same code again. So it is giving me an error. So what's the error? So error is okay, x has already been declared. Okay, it is giving at line number 8. So x has a local scope or a block scope. Okay, block scope is nothing but the scope within this parenthesis. So this is a block scope. Okay, so let variables has a block scope. Okay, and the redefinition of let variables is not allowed in JavaScript, and that's what uh, is actually expected. So in case of a large programs, so uh, it is not good to use same variables. Okay, uh, I mean variables with the same names, and we might get misinterpreted with the values. We might expect some value and we are getting some other value. Okay, so in large programs we should not use var variables. Instead of that, we should use let variables. There is a modification to the var variable, and which is a let variable in ECMAScript 6. Okay, so this is the difference between let and var. Also, apart from the block scope, let variables are hosted to the top but are not initialized. Okay, so as var variables are initialized with the default value undefined, but let and const variables are not initialized with any value. So if we refer let variables or the const variables before defining it, so we might get a error that it is not initialized. Okay, so what is the const variable? Okay, so let me just delete this code, and let's see. If I declare this as a const and I did not assign any value to this variable, let's see what happens. So let me run this code again. Okay, so it is giving me an error. So what's the error? Missing initializer in const declaration. So const variables are actually must be initialized while declaring it, otherwise we will get an error. So if I initialize it, so it will not give me an error, so it will print 5. So this is the difference between let, const, and var variables. Thank you.